Is anyone watching? No one, but that's okay, because I'm here. And I am getting this knife ready for last squirt. There's one person here. Who is that, man? Who's hanging out with me so far? Oh, Simon. Salut, monsieur. Winders, how's it going, man? Winders, man. Salut, LT. Comment va? So, you may be wondering what the hell I'm doing. So, this is all glued together, right? But for some reason, like here where I'd been sort of sticking them in and pounding them down, there's just a little bit of a, like a peak here. So when I put the pommel on, like it still kind of does that. So I'm just trying to get that down a little bit. Anthony, what's up, man? Winders Ranger recently got some exciting new camera equipment. Am I allowed to talk about that? You want to tell the guys what you recently got? I wish I could take credit and say, you know, he took a leaf out of my book, but I mean, let's face it. He was going to come around to what he bought at some point if he's doing the YouTube thing. Oh, not just yet? Okay, I won't say anything. Outdoor. Hey, friendlies. That's just never going to get old, is it? Let me see. So how are we looking here? No, still bouncing back and forth. Ugh. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, guys? You know what I'm saying? So, who brought a beer? Yeah, Winders, you're disrespecting me, man. What's up with that? What's up with your bad self? How was that? Maybe I can get a little Mora action going here. Just carve it down a little bit. That'll be faster than... Ow! Just kidding. Be faster than endlessly, yeah. Yeah. You know, say what you want about these cheap-ass Moras. They do a yeoman's service for what they cost, man. You can't beat them. You just can't. Dear Mora, if you're watching, I would gladly be a Mora ambassador. I don't know if I'd really want to be anyone's brand ambassador at this stage. Look, at 2,140 subs, I'm not going to be a brand ambassador for anyone. But I mean, like, do you have to give up freedom of reviewing stuff? Do I want to be a reviewing channel long term? I don't know. I haven't even thought about this until just now anyway. Oh, wait a minute. Am I? Oh, okay. I have solved this problem. There's just a bit more of this to... Outdoor, I agree. And it's funny because it sort of happened by accident. LT, yes, LT, beer time. What'd you bring? Outdoor, on fait cela en français ce soir? Probablement pas. Il y a juste comme 3 qui parlent français ici. Where the hell? Oh! I just put that in for like 5 minutes about 10 minutes ago. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. LT, what do you have? Alchemist Pale Ale Rousse. Yep, I respect that. What do I have tonight? Batch Porter. Roasted barley malt imparts hints of toasted nuts and cocoa. Des mâles rôtis donnent des notes de noix grillées et de cacao. Bière. This is like 625 ml, so it's kind of big, but what I like about this is that unlike a lot of Quebec beers, it's pretty light in alcohol. It's 4.5%. Whereas a lot of the Quebec stuff I drink is like 6.5, and it's just like, if I'm kicking back and having a drink, fine, whatever ish. But if I'm trying to, you know, pluck. Am I missing anything? Diet Coke, Anthony? That's okay. That's aight. Ah. Back to my my newbie ways, I see. I'll get better by next time, folks. Winters, 2 years of French? You live in the States, man. It's more than many Americans I know personally have done, so you're not doing badly there. I did, I think, 2 years of German when I was in Cégep. Cégep is the, in Quebec here, the stage between high school and university. In English, I guess we call it college. It's like your first taste of what university life is going to be like, I guess. Anyways, I did German. Oh, almost. This is getting exciting here, boys. Okay, Simone's having soup and nachos, which is also legit. I do like a nice bowl of nachos. Anthony, did I see the axe you emailed me the other night? Yeah, didn't I answer that? Anthony, didn't I answer that? Outdoors having a Miller Lite. You know what? I have never in my life had a Miller Lite. When I was growing up, I didn't really like beer. And then I discovered Guinness. And I was like, uh-huh, baby. But that really affected what my palate has been. So, like, I never got into things like, you know, Miller Lite and that caliber of... Maybe, hold on. Maybe I've got to take some off the bottom. So I never got into that kind of, like, lagers or anything like that, you know? Simone, man, you're right about that. A whole bunch of people in this province never learned the other language, the other official language. And it's not only on the French side that people are guilty of that, that's for damn sure. I see. Oops. Let me see, okay. Yeah, I've got a little bit to take off this side here. So, guys, I have a video up. I can't make it public yet because I had to check on a copyright issue, and I thought that I was gonna be contacted back a lot sooner than this. So at this point, I may just go back, re-edit, and put the damn video up because at this point I have way missed my Sunday night deadline. I mean, okay, I know that sometimes it goes to Monday night, but I mean, this is redonkulous. I don't know. Can I just pound that on? Looks pretty good to me. What do you guys think? Looks pretty good to me. You know what I'm saying? Anthony, I thought I answered that. Sorry, dude. Yes, that was cool, man. It was... I kind of think it was either maybe an old Grand's furs. I'm trying to remember, either one or two of the big Swedish companies used to paint their heads blue like that. But I don't remember which one. I don't remember which one it was. Good old Winders. Is that a hayseed there, Windows Ranger? Is that what that is? So, I guess updates on a few things. In this book, RaindanceBushcraft. Oh, really? Are we starting that early? These are the names of everyone who's entered my contest. So after maybe tomorrow, it's tough because I've got a really crazy week going on. But maybe tomorrow I'll shoot the drawing, because I know that at least one of you or two of you or whatever, some of you anyways, are probably wondering what the hell happened there. I think I closed the contest as I had said I would. I'm gonna verify. Gonna just verify, because sometimes you gotta verify, you know what I'm saying? Creator Studio. Yes, it is closed. Good. Good. I'm on the ball. So yeah, the drawing will be this week. Labatt Triple X. Woo-hoo. Anthony, yes, your name is in there. Yeah. So that's an update on that. That's happening soon. Another update is on this. I used it in the kitchen yesterday. Oh, okay. Here's a funny little secret. This is a new one. I absolutely can't find the one that Simon lent me. So I bought one, and I'm going to give him this one back when I'm done. But so far, it's not a bad little knife. It's not a bad little knife at all. Because, like, remember in my first impressions video, I sort of said that the balance felt a little weird because of the leaf-shaped blade. I'm having no problems with it. It's comfortable. Makes me wish I had a Groman, but we know that ain't gonna happen. I really like it. Maybe I'm just gonna I'm gonna buy them periodically and use them for giveaways or something. What do you think? Canadian belt knife by an American company, made in Taiwan. German steel, yep, made in Taiwan. What am I missing? I see technical support for Syria. Roanoke is the worst. Oh. Good point, Outdoor. Oh, Outdoor, you got 4 coats of blow on that R. Murphy? I want to see that knife, man. Actually, I'd like to see it in person. Get on up here, will you? Anyway, so Canadian belt knife, doing yeoman service, and remember a couple of live streams ago we were talking about the file knife I was making, and Outdoor was making one, and I said that somewhere I had another file that had been poorly abused. Well, I found it. This is a globe made in Canada. Okay, and look at this. Some damn fool tried to make a chisel out of the end. Why the hell would somebody do that? Because this file is not dead. It's not, I mean, it's sort of getting there, but it's not dead yet. I've been using it. Although I've, retired it since I almost gouged the crap out of my hand on the chisel end. But it's not even that sharp, But, like, why would you do that? Weird, eh? Anyways, that I can make a knife out of that, like a little carving knife or something. Maybe a little rat tail tang. Maybe not. That's too short. Unless I make just a really small sloyd knife or something. No, that knife you'll get across the border. It's not a folder, Simon. Hey, Scott, what's up? I think, you know what? I think I may just call this done. So, Saku says, take off everything except like 3 millimeters and then peen it, which takes thousands of very light taps so that I don't bend the handle. Once that's done, I'm gonna take a bandsaw and do some very basic shaping, and then I'm gonna take it to my my belt sander, shave it down, get some sandpaper, do a bit more by hand, make it beautiful. It's gonna be great. Then I have to figure out how to get a sheath going. You guys might be interested to see this. Boom, baby. Beard, blades, and bushcraft. Kind of like it. I'm proud of this design. I think I did a good job on this one. So good that I bought the bottle and a t-shirt. I figure if I'm asking other people to buy my stuff, I may as well buy it as well, right? Put my money where my mouth is and all that. That is the magic of the Spreadshirt magic. What? That's the magic. Right. Okay. Is that how it's going to be? Anyways, I've been... Did I say what the steel was on my first impressions video? 4116. Any of you stainless guys know how good a steel that is comparatively? Oh, excuse me. Because I'm all about the carbon, as you well know. So I know what I like in carbon, but I have a hard time getting the numbers of stainless straight, you know? But it seems like a pretty good steel. I mean, I've been doing carving and stuff with it. I wonder. Let's not go against the grain this time. Yep. Did you guys see that? Want to see the bald spot on my arm? No, you can't see. The lighting in here is terrible. But yeah, it's a good little knife. Am I paused? Yeah, I think I am. Am I still working? It's weird because on the computer well, yeah, LT of course. Beer, blades, and bushcraft. That bottle is available below, by the way. I don't know if I'm streaming right now. My computer isn't showing anything. Oh, I'm back? Okay, okay. Just checking. Just checking. Hey, you know who I've been watching a lot of lately? Is Kyle Noseworthy, Weeder fan. Do any of you guys watch him? He's out there in Newfoundland. He does a lot of Serge. How's it going, man? Yeah, according to my computer, I'm not even streaming anymore, so I'm just gonna trust you guys that I'm still here. All right. What the hell did I just have? Yeah, I'm watching a lot of Kyle Noseworthy lately. I watched a lot of them for a while, and then I sort of got onto someone else, and then someone else, and like I go in cycles. So now I'm back on Kyle, and beer break. Alright, I'm going to just assume that you guys are still there. So yeah, I've been watching him a lot. He's been doing a lot of, he does a lot of sharpening videos. And like, I find that interesting. By the way, let me know, someone, if I'm not actually streaming, okay? Yeah, Townsend's Winters. Yeah, I love that channel. Here's the thing. I don't have a lot of experience sharpening something that narrow. See that little secondary bevel? So I've been watching a lot of Kyle because he does a lot of that kind of blade. And he uses water stones, which was how I started. These days I'm using a lot more sandpaper, but I'd like to get back into the water stones, you know? So I think I may have to jump back into the stones. But now I'd like to, I mean, I can practice on this blade. I mean, if I duff it up, I'll just do it again until I get it right, you know? This, for those of you who didn't see the last live stream, was a gift from LT Survival. Cold Steel uses it a lot, yeah. I'm just catching up with the, yeah, Serge, me too, man. I agree. I have a stone over there, which I use. I'd like to get a really, really fine grit one, though. I think mine maxes out at 6,000. I'd like to get something that's like, something that'll get me a mirror edge, a mirror finish. That would be cool. Oh, excuse me. Oh, good old beer. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, yeah, that's about that. Got a new blade on the Silky. I blew a few teeth off out in the woods, and then I broke the damn thing clear through, so I had to get a new one. It's funny, eh? You know, like, you know what? I love me a Silky saw. I really do. This thing's like a laser. But what I don't like about these Japanese saws is that you can't sharpen them because of, well, everything about them. First of all, good luck trying to get a sharpening apparatus in there, but also the way they're hardened, they're not sharpenable. It's a disposable blade. And when I was still resistant to Moras, the reason was because I kept hearing people say, look, if you break it, you just throw it away. And I hate disposable culture. And so that bugs me about the Silkies as well, the fact that you just throw away the blade. But man, do they cut. Whoo! Scott watches Weeder fan. Yeah, good. Yeah. Let me see. Yeah, funny thing about Weeder fan though, he recently did like a review of a beginner's. I don't know if it was that recent actually, because I watched a lot of them lately. I'm not sure what's recent and what's not. But he did a review of a beginner sharpening stone kit that's not actually available in Canada. I was like, ugh, it bugs me. No, I mean, it's not his fault. It's just, it's funny how, you know, being Canadian is great and everything, but in some ways it's really weird. Like how often, you know, Canadians are involved in the marketing of stuff that we can't actually get in this country. It's just a little weird. Just a little bizarre. If you're wondering what I'm doing, I recently had a commission to carve a baby spoon. And what this big old hunk of white milk paint is I carved the name, the baby's name, into the handle, and I got the milk paint on, and when it dries I'm going to sand it so that there's no milk paint on the surface, and it's just like in the letters. So it was nice to have a spoon commission again, that's for sure. I haven't done one in a long time. It's a good excuse to get the knives out, you know? Let me just reload this. Yeah, okay. Back. Oh. Gearbest has some fine stones. Okay, I'll check that out. I'll definitely check that out. So good. So good. Okay, I gotta keep all this stuff organized. I have all these things on the table that I wanted to talk to you guys about, right? Like the giveaway. So I'm gonna put that with that so that I remember to make that video maybe tomorrow. I've still got the Garberg on here. I don't have anything to tell you guys about that. It's a great knife. I've been using it. This Mora knife was just so that I could work on this knife. And this knife is because I'm using it, and this knife stays in my pocket. You know what I would like? I mentioned this to Outdoor. Was I talking to you? What I would like to get, and I've kind of wanted in the back of my head for a long time now. I would like, just out of sheer curiosity, I would like a Benchmade 940. Probably the 940-2 with the G10 scales, just because it's less money. But man, any version of the 940 is a lot of money, man. Expensive as hell. I've wanted one for a few years now, and it's weird because there's nothing on that knife that says Jesse on it. It's not a blade shape that I really like, but I've seen it in a lot of YouTubes, and just the way it looks in people's hands, like it looks to me like they got it right. They got the dimensions right. It's the same kind of opening and closing as this one, right? With the axis lock. I kind of like to get a flipper as well at some point, but I mean right now this is my first non-Swiss Army knife kind of pocket knife, and it's sort of opening up the world of pocket knives to me. I don't want to become a knife collector or anything, but there are a few that I'd like to get. Now, in my take on the new rules at the border, says I'm never going to get a Benchmade 940 because I don't think they're going to be importable. I guess the kind of thing, you know, grab $220 or whatever, throw it at Amazon.ca today kind of thing. And I'm not in that kind of position. But you know what? Most of the reason is just I want to know what all the noise is about. I don't even know if I would keep it. I would just like to have one, just to try it out and to maybe do a review. Definitely do a review. If I did a review of a Benchmade 940, I would hit my 4,000 hours of view time like that and keep going. Actually, maybe it's worth it to throw a couple of $100 at it then. Just kidding. Wait, where am I? Yeah, I was with you, eh, Outdoor? Yeah. Like, whenever something's that iconic, I want to know why. The Fender Precision bass. I had to buy one eventually. I'm bloody glad I did. You know, it's funny because like a second ago I had a perfect Bushcrafty example. Oh, yeah, hello. in 2 seconds or less, can anyone name me a more iconic axe than the SFA by Gransfors? I had to know why. Now I do know why. This axe is exquisite. I don't know if AS is still making axes for Gransfors though. Does anyone remember off the top of their head? Because I've seen that the initials have, there's been a little bit of churn in the initials lately, and I've been wondering if it's because some of the Gransfors guys went to Wetterlings to you know, to help kick them into shape as a Gransfors maker. I'm not sure. Yeah, LT, maybe we should each we should, you know, it's funny because I used to be on like a bunch of knife forums. I used to be on some bass player forums, some knife forums. I used to be on Bushcraft USA, but I had to sort of, like, when my job situation got really stupid, I had to quit all that because what the forums were doing was giving me what at Bass Talk we called GAS, which is Gear Acquisition Syndrome. Like, I always wanted something. And then I would buy things, and I'd be like, sell, you know, but like, and the same reason I don't read mountain biking magazines anymore. I got 2 really nice bikes. They're old. They're discontinued, but they're sweet. And if you just keep reading mountain biking magazines, it's like, I need a titanium saddle, you know? So I've disconnected from as much of that as I can because, you know, you just end up spending all kinds of money, man. Maybe that's the way I get my 940, right? By used or something. Outdoor, yeah, the Hudson's Bay axe pattern is iconic. There isn't a specific. Oh, the Norland Hudson Bay pattern is pretty iconic, and I would like another Norland. An informed state of mind is in the house. How's it going, Holmes? Yeah, I'm with Simone. The thing is, outdoor, the outdoors has gotten really like freezing rainy. Snow, freezing rain, snow, freezing rain. Then everything melts and then it's snow and freezing rain again. Like, oh, give us a break, you know? I'm practicing. LT, I'm practicing. I don't want you making fun of me on camera anymore. Oh, speaking of making fun of people on camera, so remember the last live stream where Simo unplugged my router, so I was using my cellular data to do that entire live stream? Let me tell you something. That killed half of my month's data package that night. So I'm being real careful since, because Rogers is nothing if not overpriced and underperforming on the customer service side of things. It was funny. Oh, Outdoors having a similar issue, I see. But yeah, so if I could get my hands on a Benchmade 940 or the 940-2, I think, yeah, I would have no problems with the -2. I know that, you know, purists are like, no man, you need the aluminum handle and all that. Or is it aluminum on the 940? LT will definitely know that. But this little guy here, this Ganzo, it's really teaching me that you don't need a wooden handle, first of all. You know, that G10 and stuff you know, it feels really good. This handle, when it's wet, isn't slippery. And I'm wondering if that's because of the G10. Because it's either the G10 or it's the pattern, right? Oh, I've got to stop with the burping. Anyways. Except yesterday. Okay, here's where I keep it. Oh, schnoots. You guys can't see. That's what if I step back here. Okay, see? Right there, okay? That's where I keep it. Yesterday, Camille and I were totally roughhousing, right? Like, she came sneaking up behind me, so I whipped around. And so we're like, tack, tack, tack. Okay? And she comes diving at me and face plants right on the knife. And of course it got red. Of course, I felt bad. And her mom was like, don't tell them at school that you fell on your daddy's knife. I mean, Camilla's, she's pretty tough, right? So she's like, oh, it hurts. Oh. You know, but like, I'm mortified. I felt so bad. And her mom was like, you too, really? But anyways, I felt bad about it. Outdoor, you got a vintage Collins Hudson Bay? You guys. Man. Wait, let me get back to, because Informed has said a bunch of things, and I'm always interested in what he says. Roger sucks, yeah. Oh, Bell. No. Okay. Informed, man, I'll tell you something. Sorry, can I call you Luke? Bell comes to my front door, and I say, get off my porch. Because those guys, I will not ever go with again. You know, it's funny because they keep trying to get me back, and their prices are way better than the other, like, all my telecommunication. Well, not now that I'm with Tech Savvy for internet, but, like, man, their prices are real good, but their customer service has left me gnashing my teeth on more than one occasion. So, the last time they came to my door, I said, I will go back with you if you can stand here and guarantee me that your entire customer service department has been churned. He said, well, I can't do that. And I said, well, then I can't go back with you. 2 reasons. I hate you. You guys are Satan's children. B, if a Bell bill comes into this house, I'm going to be single. Because you guys caused us that much trouble. Get off my porch. But they keep coming back. And I just, you know... for a while, I was just getting ruder and ruder with the next guy. But it's not these kids' fault, right? These guys are like... they're like fodder, you know? Bell hires them, sends them out. Good luck, don't die. You know? Anyways. Oh yeah, and you keep your knife in the same place? Good to know. As I said, like, I'm not very... conversant with pocket knives yet. I've wanted to try them out for a long time, but yeah, Serge almost left Virgin when Bell bought. Oh, they bought Virgin? Shoot. Scott, yes. So the handle is aluminum. The handle is aluminum. Aluminum. Oh, Anthony's just sent me an axe picture, which I will. I'll check it on me. Hold on. Let me see. Outdoor, you got a vintage plum double bit? Oh man! You suck, dude. You don't suck, but I wish I could say that. Oh man. Shoot, man. Okay, I'm gonna check my email to see what Anthony Henry just sent, because I get the feeling it's gonna be cool. Because it usually is. Come on, Gmail, where the hell are you? There we goes. There we goes. But yeah, Benchmade 940. Man, I want it so hard I can taste it, but... man. Because the 940-2, I think I've seen it for like $220. That's on Amazon.ca. And I don't think I've seen it for any less than that. And whew. Oh, Anthony, come on. Really? Can I show this to the guys? Hold on. Boom, boom. Most employees don't have their... oh, yeah. Yeah, there's been a lot of turnover at Bell. It's because they're like McDonald's. You know? Yeah, Luke knows what I'm talking about. Simon? Wait, what's your most iconic axe? You've got 2 SFAs. Oh, Scott, really? Like an old Snow and Nearly? Like from before they moved out of country and then I think moved back in? I've always kind of wanted like a vintage Snow and Nearly. I like when they moved overseas, I'm like, no. And I still don't know what's made in the States and what isn't with them now. It's because like their online presence, last time I checked anyway, was garbage. Like I couldn't figure out what the hell was up with that company. Hold on. Simo, so I don't know. Wait. Luke, yeah, right side as well. Well, we're both righties, aren't we? Am I remembering that correct? Yeah. Oh, outdoor, really? Simo, that's a good point. The Walters double bit. Very good point. I want to show you guys what Anthony just showed me. Because he knows about Iconic. Let me see if I can get this to show up. It's always kind of crappy trying to show a screen on a. Let me get all these bottles out of the way. You guys see that? That is a Sager. And it is gorgeous. How old is that, man? Do you know? Sager, Warren Axe and Tool Company. Warren, is that Pennsylvania? Is that? I think, eh? Whew. Damn, man. That's nice. Oh, and I have an email from Louise saying he's coming online. Wait, who's... Oh, Luke's off to bed. All right. Good night, man. Everyone say good night to Informed State of Mind. Yes, outdoor. Simo has the Walters double bit. Yeah, and I'm with Simo, man. I gotta get to like an American flea market because up here, jeez, it ain't the same, man. I love it. Talk to some guys in the States and like, yeah, I got this Black Raven for $5 at the flea market. I'm kidding, but Scott, there's a nice Walters double on eBay. If you can put the URL in the chat without... How the heck did we do that last time? Was it just leaving off the .com or something? Because like it won't let us put actual URLs in the chat. But I am just taking a look here. Hold on. Yeah, I'm not gonna find it. It's probably eBay in the States, right? So just shipping it to Canada is gonna be $30. Oh, it was an old Snow and Nearly, yeah. So if I promote you as moderator, actually, I don't even know how to do that. Hold on. How do you promote someone as moderator? Okay, stop that. I'm gonna see if I can. Oh, moderators can post URLs. Okay, because I know I can post URLs. So how the hell do I wait? Put user in timeout, no? Add moderator? Okay, Simone, you should be a moderator now. Use your power for good. Padawan. Anthony's got a plum. Oh, it's a half hatchet. Anthony's got a plum half hatchet, guys. With a hammer handle on it. Yeah, that's the handle I put on too. Let me see if I can. Nice job, man. Very nice job. I love seeing these old axes brought back to life. It just reminds me that I've got a few of my own to bring back. It's been a really hectic year, but as the weather gets better and I can okay, no, nobody's taking over my channel. Mine. Mine. This must be handled. And I still cannot find what the original handle on these Walters Black Diamonds were. Because I don't think it was a hammer handle. But I don't know if it was a dog leg or if it just sort of came, you know, was just sort of, you know, slanted. I don't know. But I'm having a terrible time finding out. But I want this thing handled, and I want it to be true. I want it to be period. What do you call it? I want it to be authentic. That's how you can tell it's a good axe. Listen to that. Listen to that. Have you ever heard something as beautiful as that? I love this axe. I can't wait to get it. Ah, can't wait. Here's a rusted to hell piece of crap that I found. Hear that? You know, it's not the same. Okay, that didn't count. You know, nothing to it. I'm gonna rehandle it anyway, just as a you know, a lark. But it's not the same. It's not the same. Word to the wise. That makes no sense. Word from the wise. Pinging an axe head is a good way to get a feel for the quality of it. But I don't know if it might still work with a head that's still on a handle. No, maybe not. I think this one's gonna be my next project, because that's what I got this handle made for. But seriously, guys, I can't say this enough. If you're north of the border, hell, if you're south of the border, it's just I don't know how getting stuff across the border is gonna be. East Coast lumberjack, man. This is a hand carved ash handle. He also does hickory, but hickory he's got a whatever that turning machine's called. You know, you stick a handle in and then you stick a blank in and it makes them the same. So nice. And it came with an ash wedge. This is going to be cool. It's going to be lovely. And he threw in a hammer handle just as a bonus. This is hickory though. This is not ash. Look at that. Come on, guys. Look at that. Oh, I love this stuff. Look at that. Actually, here's a store-bought one that I picked up for a project. That's pretty damn respectable for store-bought. This is a Garant. A Garant. Canadian company. It's probably still made in like China or something, but doesn't say. Manche de marteau 14 pouces. Handle 14-inch hammer. Where's the hammer head that I got this for? Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one. See this? See that big old nail sticking out the bottom? So, it's gonna be great. Ooh, maybe it's not. I don't think this is big enough. Interesting. Okay. Okay. No problem. Wow. Okay. I was hoping to use this for one of my own projects because this belongs to a friend. But I think that by default, I'm going to have to use it on this. This one was a gift from someone. Like, you know, it's funny. I don't do that many hammers, you know. I have a terrible time cleaning up right down in the join there in the crotch. Or I don't know if that's what that's really called, but I have a garbage time getting that all nice and clean. This goes with a hammer that is somewhere around here. A little ball peen. Little ball peener. Little peener of the balls. Okay, that sounded disgusting. Here's the I think I've shown this to you guys a couple of times, but this will be a knife one day. Hey, here's a funny thing. I almost bought a, no. I looked into buying, like a little, I think it was a 1x30 something, like a belt sander, you know, for knife making. Found just a cheap one, because to try this out, you know, just a cheap one, right? Amazon.com, like 69 bucks. I'm like, sweet. Clicked on Amazon.ca, 169 bucks. Now let's do the math here. Canadian dollars right now, what is it? 78 cents US, 77, something like that. Scott, are you talking about the one that I showed without the handle? It's a hewing, wait, let me go back to, hold on, let me go back. Oh, Winters is out of here? Alright, sorry dude. See you next time. Simon, the hewing axe is it's a Walters Black Diamond. Serge. Yeah, I just East Coast Lumberjack, the handle I just showed off. He's great to deal with. He's a one-man band, so it's for a guy like me anyway, it feels better to go for that than like a big box store. And its quality is really good. Ash is a little less expensive than hickory, but they're close enough that it kind of doesn't matter. I had never had an ash handle before. So when I found out that he hand carves ash handles, I said, send me one of those. Yeah, see, well, I think a bent handle as well, but I gotta find a picture of that, of like that Walters Black Diamond hewing hatchet with the original handle on, because that's gonna tell me what I'm gonna do, you know. Oh no, outdoor, someone ground the wrong edge on an adze. Scott, how much that weighs? I don't quite remember, but it's not that heavy. It's like maybe a pound. You know? It's more than that. It's more than a pound. Nope, that's the wrong one. Hold on a sec. I will find you the answer. I think. Give me 1 minute here. Ow! I'm okay. See if I have a scale around here somewhere. Oh no, the battery's dead. What do I need? Oh, piss, it's a 9 volt. I have one. See what I do for you guys? See what I'm willing to do for you guys? Digging through the batteries, getting all the stuff ready. I'll be back in 1 second. This is our former kitchen scale. We swapped it out for a better one. So this one came to the workshop. By workshop, I mean unfinished part of the basement where I tend to freeze my arse all winter long. Now, in order to do this right, it's very important outdoor. It is possible that the battery was not the problem. Click, right? We're good? Okay. Alright, good to go. Don't you let me down. No. I'm gonna go with kilogram, like 2 pounds probably. It feels more than a pound. I do hate the waste. Sometimes it cannot be helped. Yeah, outdoor. You're telling him to take over my channel. My channel. It's mine. Nobody else's channel but mine. Ah, good man, Simo. I was going to do that, but yeah. East Coast is in New Brunswick. What I did, Serge, is I took pictures. Where the hell did I put that stupid axe? I took a picture of it with a tape, right, to get the full measurement. I took a picture of this with the measurement there, that way and that way. I think I took one that way as well. I'm not sure, but for the ash, that's what I did. For hickory, I think I probably could have just taken my helve off and sent it to him, but I don't remember. Like, clearly this has to come out. And it's non-salvageable. This helve is in terrible condition. But it will make good firewood. Actually, you know what else it would make? Is a good pattern, a good template, if I want to start working on my own handles. I would love to carve my own handles. I do the first one out of just pine or something to get used to the, you know, the math of it. Do you know what I'm saying? Then I get a... Okay, I don't know where that came from, but it kind of hurt my back. Okay, where are we? Well, Mike, yes, Simon, he did miss very many important things. First was the beer. I'm drinking in Ontario tonight, Mike. The Batch Porter by, what is it called? Creemore, I think? Yes, Creemore Springs. You missed the update about this. I was just sort of finishing off the pommel, getting it ready to cut and then peen. Our buddy Saku. For those of you who don't know, Mike pointed me to Saku, who made this blade. So the fact that that this is being done at all is directly Mike's fault. So that's where I am so far. Saku says to just cut off 3 millimeters and peen it down. I was giving the guys an update that I have all the names for this giveaway. I'll probably shoot that video tomorrow. I showed off my swag. I talked a bit about this little baby here and how well it's doing. I also spilled the beans that I had to buy this one because I lost the original one. But so Simon will still get one back at the end of the year. It's just it'll be the new one. I burped like 4 times. I talked a lot about axes, including this one, which I can't wait. I've spoken to you about this one, Mike, right? That I still haven't found what the original handle shape on this one is. I can't stop myself. Man. Where am I? Mike, did I get this from you? I was trying to remember if it was you or Eric, but I think this did come from you. Yeah. Yeah, now that I remember, this is the one from you. Yeah. And this year I'm gonna get it all helved up. Because come hell or high water, I'm gonna find the original handle shape. Because man, it's gotta have a handle on it. It deserves it. I look at this damn axe every time I come in here, in this room. Yeah, this buddy deserves to be back in business. Yeah, black diamond. Rings like a bell. Outdoor. The car hasn't been picked up yet. I've donated it to the Cancer Society, Cancer Association, Cancer Society, Canadian Cancer, the cancer people. So they're gonna come and tow it, and I'm gonna get a tax paper for the value, either as a recycled car or if they can auction it off. But I'm pretty sure they're gonna have to recycle it with the entire exhaust pipe sitting from the trunk into the seats. Scott, Axe Makers in North America is a good one. I will definitely look that in. So yeah, the car's being donated because I could sell it, make a few $100, but it's a few $100. If I can donate it, and they can make, they can get sort of, I don't even know how to say what I'm trying to say, but it would do them more good than me. You know what I'm saying? Also, channel related stuff. I recently sold the camera that I started this channel with. It was hard to see it go. It really was. And in fact, It's funny because it's empirically a higher end camera than my 80D is, but you know, I bought a new camera this year, so I had to get rid of some of my old stuff. I also sold the iPhone gimbal that I did a review, a first impressions video on, because I ended up with a DJI one. I can't justify having two gimbals, so I sold the first one. This is the dead battery. This is the living one, so I'll keep that over there. Yes. So yeah, I cleared out the car, found my Leatherman in the car. Aside from that, you know, I gotta clean this. Where's my card? It's in the Black Diamond. it's in the garage. I'll go and get it tomorrow. But anyways. Well, there you go. Mr. Ontario beer. All done. Getting comfy. I forgot to make myself tea before we started this, so I don't have a cup of tea. That's a problem. But I think I'm going to be okay. Anyway. You know, it's funny because today I hit 2,140 subs. And like, I can't get past that number. You know, lately I've lost like 8 subs, and I've been trying to sort of go back and see what I did to lose 8 subs, but I can't figure it out. No, it's not in the pack. I don't know. I don't get it. Anyways, whatevs. I got him another one. I was about to say something and then I got distracted. What was I going to say? Oh, I hate it when that happens. I don't know. Yeah, Simone, the thing is, I've seen that book, Axe Makers in North America, and I don't think I can afford it. If I remember correctly, it's mega pricey. I have the same problem with certain rifle books. And I'm more into axes than I'm into rifles, to be honest with you. It's like, some of these niche books, because there's such small print runs, you end up throwing like $200 at a book, you know? So, I don't know. Yeah, Simo, that seems about right. It was 160. Yeah, I knew it was north of I'm getting lost. Yeah, outdoor. I'd love to post some squid jigger vids. The problem is it's hard to shoot when we're trying to get up, you know, get set up and go on stage and stuff. I'd like to shoot another one. Actually, funny thing though, the one that you saw, I've now gone back and put links to 2 other squid jigger vids in like cards, and they're both variants on the same. The one that I linked to, it's called like on this channel. It's called, I think, an introduction to my band Squid Jigger or something. It's actually the second version of that, because the original video I did was on my vlogging channel, which is dormant while I try to get this one back up to monetization, and beyond. But for my vlogging channel, I did like, it's like a 21-minute video. We were doing 2 weddings, one in Hudson, Quebec, one Jericho, Vermont, and I spent a good like 8 minutes in the middle of it talking about every bass guitar I've ever owned. But I someone on my channel even back then, this channel, had asked about my band a couple of times. So what I did was I took out the bass talk. I changed the beginning, you know, my splash page, because the one for my vlog is very different. I changed the end, like my outro page, because again, the way the vlog ends is really different than Raindance. And I put it on my Raindance channel, this channel here. Because YouTube will punish you viciously for posting the exact same video on 2 channels, but they have pretty good guidelines about how to change it up so it's not the exact same video. So I changed it up enough to not get punished for it, and I put it on both. Yeah, I've been going back and putting in cards and stuff on a lot of my old videos, because I realize that some videos, if you link to other videos, it makes sense to do that. Like if something, like I look at one of my old videos, boom, and in the corner there's always the same of another one of my videos, I'll just link it. Make it easier, you know. Make it easier. I'd have a pine. Oh, did you hear that again? Ooh, yeah, man. Ooh, yeah. More cowbell my ass. Just get a little Black Diamond action going on. You know what I'm saying? Now, the one thing that I'm a little worried about on this knife is the same thing that I'm worried about on the pocket knife, is that I have no experience sharpening like a micro bevel or a secondary bevel, or, you know, there's all kinds of names for it. So I haven't sharpened this up. I've stropped it. You know, I'm keeping good care of the edge, because I want to keep it sharp for as long as possible. Because as I said, you know, I want to put a good couple of months on this before I do my final review. Which is probably why, if any of you guys even had a Benchmade 940, don't lend it to me. You won't see it for another few months while I put it through its paces. Man, I'd love one of those. You know, it's funny because, like, I saw that Benchmade everywhere, and I was like, wow. And it's like infamous for being expensive. And it's not even the most expensive thing Benchmade makes. And I'm not entirely sure if... Part of the reason I want one is because I'm not entirely sure it's worth what it costs. Like when something commands that kind of money, and a lot of Benchmade stuff really commands a major outlay. In my experience, more than one very expensive brand I have fallen for has not been worth it, but has enjoyed a massively good name and has charged what the market will bear because of that. And I want to know if that's true of Benchmade, you know? Like, I can't even afford a Griptilian. Well, of course not, because they're expensive, but like, hold on. Hold on. Wait, what am I going? Sarah said buy used, and I'm wondering what he was talking about. I'm going back. Oh, I don't. Maybe buy the book used? Yeah, buy the book used. Yeah, they are used. Yeah. Whoa, 39 US, Maine Historical Society website. Note to self. Great. Who cares? There we go. Problem solved. Maine Historical Society. I'll look that up. Excuse me. Most hewing axes are hung on short 12 to 14 inch relatively straight handles. Outdoor. I would not lose a Benchmade 940 on purpose. Yeah, I gotta know if they're worth all the kerfuffle. And it's weird, you know, because I've lately, you know, ow, tab or noosh. And now we see if this thing is any good as surgical steel. Good. Okay. Splinter don't stand a chance against a little cold steel action, know what I'm saying? Okay, Simone, yeah, let me know. Because I could throw 40 bucks at that. Especially if we can share the shipping. Yeah, it's funny because like certain of you guys have massively influenced the way, you know, certain aspects of my toolkit. Mike Morton has been the cause of me buying more things than I'd like to admit. But to his credit, I've been very happy with every single piece that I've picked up. So, not a problem. See? LT, I'm getting better at it. I like how G10 doesn't get cold. Like, and that's part of the reason why for the 940 I would probably do the dash 2 because I think it's G10. Whereas I'd be afraid of like on a winter's day taking the aluminium 940 out and like just freezing my hand on it. And incidentally, I would love to see Maine at some point. You know, kick back, do some hammock camping in Maine. I have never been to Maine, but I would like to change that at some point soon. See, I'm practicing because I got to get better at this because otherwise LT and Simone will never stop bugging me. Outdoor, right? Scott's in PA, right. I remember that now. Also, another place I would like to see. I'd even like to, you know, I've driven through the Adirondacks and like the whole sort of Ausable Canyon area because the missus has, like most of her family is actually like in New York or Florida. But I've never stopped and done some camping there, like New England and stuff like that. I'd love to spend at least a weekend overnighting in Vermont. Just, you know, and it's funny because the whole New England area, it's just the southernmost extent of the Laurentians. Different name, but it's essentially the same mountain range, you know? I mean, it's all sort of mixed broadleaf forest, you know, it's the same as we have up here. So it's not like it's any different than camping here is, but I don't know. I want to do some videos of, you know, camping with other nearby YouTubers. I would love to do a video with Joe's Neon. I think he's in Vermont. I'm not sure about that. I know he's in the Northeast somewhere, but I think it's Vermont. But I've never asked him. I would love to do, yeah, just like an overnighter with him. I wish that the Black Owl Outdoors guys were still making videos because I would love to Except they don't do collabs. Well, most guys don't do collabs, but I would love to do some collab action. Where are we? Nurses are the best to freak out with our contraptions. Yes. Outdoor, I pop blisters as well. I can't. I just. What's that bubble doing there? That really hurts, and I do it every time. I mean, like, you know. And the wife is like, why? 'Cause, you know, hilariously, one of these eyes on the bottom has almost no lashes because I had a kyst. No, in English, it's not a kyst; it's a cyst. I had a cyst. I was like, oh, that's ugly. It got infected. And then I had like this scab. Anyway, so now I don't have any, I think it's on this side. It was a dumb move. But it's just, I don't like, you know? What a dumb move. Fortunately, it's not like I was, you know, model-esque to begin with, so it wasn't that big, you know, a deal, I guess. Let me just see the spun. Where the hell's the spun? Hey, something just popped into my head. At the end of this summer, should I do like another video on this? On my woodlark clone? Man, this knife just takes a beating and keeps on ticking, man. That is not the way you say that. What is it? Takes a licking and keeps on ticking. This knife, man, was probably the best purchase I've made. And the thing is, I don't know if he's making knives anymore. Like, every time I look up Campbell Bushcraft knives... Outdoor knives? No. Campbell Bushcraft knives online. It's like the same bunch of pictures and posts from back around the time I bought this. And I'm wondering whatever happened to that guy. Because it's a pretty damn good knife, especially for the price. Where the hell did I put that spoon? What is up with that? It's not here. It's not here. It's not there. Is it over here? It's not here. It's not here. I don't know where I put that spoon, guys. Remember the spoon that I said was a commission? Oh, I found it. I found it. Okay. I'm just seeing if it's dry enough for me to sand off the milk paint yet. But not quite. All right, where are we? Okay. Plot boosters, that's been a while since I went to PA. I haven't even come to the weigh-in gathering this fall. Cold Cracker Bushcraft will be there. That's a guy I'd love to meet in person. Wrangler Star said to put vinegar on it. On a blister? He had a growth that he was putting vinegar on with a bandage, wasn't he? Yeah, he said it was like his sister's witchcraft. Am I remembering this right? Anthony, I think that is what I'm thinking, eh? That's a while ago. There you go. Anyways, I was putting this knife through its paces. Outvine? That's pronounced outvine? Hold on, man. Outvine. Welcome to the Outwine gathering this fall. Bushcraft will be there. Outwine. Is that like a Pennsylvania Dutch thing? Oh, is that a Pennsylvania Dutch thing? I just put 2 and 2 together. Is it in PA? Okay, I may have just so many little shavings. But anyways, yeah, so yeah, outdoor I would love to go. I just I've already, you know, this is my first year in 25 years to have actual paid vacation, and I've already signed it all away for stuff that we're doing. But we are going to be doing some camping this year, and I will definitely be bringing the camera for that. On a related note, when Camille saw how many videos I've done without her lately, she was in a strop, as my British friends would say. In fact, I would go as far as to say she was in high dudgeon about it. So I think there may have to be some Camille time on the cameras pretty soon. She's actually on the Facebooks. No, that was the wrong thing to say. She's not on the Facebooks. She's actually on YouTube in a different capacity right now, because I just did a video about this, so I'm not going to talk about it. It's the video that I haven't put up yet because the person who I was contacting about the possible trademark thing hasn't gotten back to me. You know what? After this, I'm just going to re-edit, take that out, and re-upload. I want the video up, and it's not a make or break aspect of the video. It was just cool. I don't have to just sit here silently while I wait for Outdoor Dauber to get back. Sorry, guys. Benchmade 880. I haven't looked at that. Well, I will take a look as soon as we're done here, though. What time are we at? 22:27. Okay, we still got some time. The thing is, Sash, you know, like the 940's got the iconic nature, the iconic character. It's got a real magic to it that I haven't really found in other Benchmade stuff. I know that a lot of people love that Griptilian. And let's face it, it ain't that much cheaper, you know. But I want to know what it's all about, that 940. And here's the thing, right? Chances are, I pick one up, I, you know, spend some time with it, and I sell it on because it's just way too damn expensive. But what I'm afraid of is, you know, I get one, and after a few months of putting it through its paces, I decide I want to keep it. Yikes. I don't deserve a $200 and some odd pocket knife. PaganGathering.com. I'm not going to a pagan gathering. I'm going to know half the people there. Outline Bushcraft Gathering. Okay. Oh, I see. Pagan Gatherings like it's Cold Cracker Bushcraft. Central Pennsylvania's annual Bushcraft Gathering. Learn more. It's forward because of the business model. The location is conveniently located just 2.5 miles off exit 158 of Interstate 80. I didn't understand a single word of that. 2.5 miles. Is that like 5 kilometers. It doesn't matter because I don't know what Interstate 80 is. But PA is not that far. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I should make a plan for 2019 to get down to a few of these things. Vendors and guest speakers. Let's see who. Dan Wowick. PA Wilderness Skills. North by North. Snowwalker Outdoors Guide Service. Magic Punky Dust. Chieftain Pecton. NC Bushcraft. Actually, I've heard some of these names before. Let's see, who are the 2018 instructors? That's the stuff that excites me about these kind of things. I would love to get a little tutelage over the next little while. You know, it's funny because I have certain skills, but I've been listening to a lot of podcasts lately. Do any of you guys listen to Bushcrafty podcasts? Bushcrafty podcasts? Really, Jess? Bushcraft podcasts? I'm trying to look up the ones that I've been listening to, but of course they're on my phone, not my computer. Last year was the first, okay. But like, the more stuff I know, the more I realize there are massive holes in my knowledge. Like the the reason you guys saw on I think my Instagram fairly recently I was practicing some knots is because I realized that my knot knowledge is awful. It's awful. It's like it's embarrassingly bad, you know. My tree ID I used to think was pretty good, but you know what? I only really know conifers, you know. I know a couple of deciduous trees, but not enough to say I really know my stuff. You know, I know how to make a fire. That's great. I know how to pitch a tent, but I've got a really sweet camping hammock now that I've never put up. You know, I know how to, you know, cook bannock, but I don't know how to smoke, you know, jerky. I know in theory, but I've never done it. And so, you know, what I want for the next 2 years, what I want is skills improvement. I want to, you know, get to where I once kind of. I never thought that I knew everything, but I used to think I was better than I am, and I got to fix that. And it's funny because I remember a video I did where I just couldn't get the ferro rod to work on natural stuff. Up until that point, I'd always used like cotton batten with Vaseline or whatever. Just wasn't getting it to work, and so I did a video about it. And the suggestions I got made me better at that. So maybe what I got to do is just, you know, show you guys how little I know about certain things as a step towards becoming better at this. Where are we? Baltimore is Thugtown, about 3.5 hours away. Good to know. You teach me conifers, I'll teach you hardwoods. Good. Okay, well, except I know what a birch is. I'm just kidding. I'm just taking a look. You know, it's funny. There's something in my inbox, but it's not showing. Sometimes Gmail does this. Like, it says, you know, there's a new message, and it won't show it unless I quit my browser and re thing. This Bushcraft show is affordable to get into, though. An adult, $80 for a weekend pass? Hello. Oh, camping weekend. Okay, that's... So, I guess $80 weekend pass plus $25 for a For a primitive camping spot. Okay. Family weekend pass. Nice. 2 adult tickets, 4 youth, and a camping spot. The missus would never come to one of these, but my daughter would. So if I was to go for the weekend, maybe in 2019, and bring my squirt, 80 plus 50 plus 25, that's American, so it's like, whoa, no open fires at the campsites? That makes me sad. Oh, add on up to 4 kids, 12 and under, for free when buying your adult ticket. So, $80 plus 25. Totally doable. Attend any of the free seminars. So how much are the seminars that are not free then? It's too bad there's no individual fires. But, what ifs? You can work with that. Sponsors, facts, social media, gallery. I may check it out 1 year soon. You're fine. Anthony, okay, bye. See you later, man. Everyone say bye to Anthony Henry down in Tennessee. Oh, outdoors, in fact, saying what I just said. Kids are free. Communal fire. Spend the whole weekend at the fire. Throwing explosives in. I'm kidding. Totally kidding. You know, last year when my band was playing that Alberta festival we do sometimes, there was a guy standing at one of the campfires, and he was talking, and he threw something really small into the fire, and then, like, a few seconds later, it went boom. And so he did it again. Like, I have no idea what he was throwing into the fire, but it was something tiny. Like, he had him in his pocket, and he was talking, and then just sort of, and then a few seconds later, boom, in the fire. Like, not a huge, like, dangerous explosion, just whoop. There was a drunk dude, a barefoot drunk dude, like, to the point where he was going to hate himself the next day. And every time this fire went, poof, this guy just, like, jumped out of his skin. I wonder what he was throwing into that fire. You know, I'm just, like, carving to put this knife through its paces. Like, I've decided I've got to use this knife, like, every couple of days at least. Just to see what, you know, what it's like to beat this knife up over the course of a season. Not being in the forest right now doesn't mean I can't be using the tools that I'm working on for reviews, you know. Yes, this is dried seasoned wood instead of green. But I don't think that, if anything, dried seasoned wood is harder on a blade than green wood is. Right? So, whatevs. But you know what? It's holding everything. It's handling everything with aplomb. It's still, man, it's still. Okay, it's not quite shaving sharp down here anymore, but up here it still is. Paul Bakima has one of these, and apparently when he first got it, he really injured himself with it, so now he's kind of afraid of it. Well, outdoor, you just got to get yourself one of them little Wetterling's axes, and you just got to use it on them peppers, like I do. But this week I used this on peppers, so we're in the same place. This is getting a lot of kitchen duty going down. Let me see. I'm just trying to catch up with the chat here. I'm just making sure that. Excuse me. I'm getting tired. It's 22:39, so another 20 minutes left of this this chat. So if anyone's got anything interesting to say it now. Oops. But yeah, to go back to I've been watching a lot of Wiederfan. Been watching a lot of you know who I used to watch a lot and I haven't lately is how many of you guys watch Waldhandwerk? He's in Germany. I think he's actually Austrian though, judging by his accent. I'm not sure about that, but he sounds Austrian to me. Or I guess to put it in really Anglo terms, Waldhandwerk. Outdoor man, go to bed. You've done yeoman service. You've been here. If you got to be up at 5:15, what the hell are you still doing here, man? Send me a picture of that R. Murphy. Like once you've been using it for a good solid week, send me a picture of the state it's in, especially now that you've oiled the handle. It's weird that Simo, tell me that this is not the same length as your number 4. That knife seems way bigger than this. Now is the number 4 longer than the number 1? Because this knife doesn't seem to be as large as this knife is definitely not as large as that number 4 is. But I'm wondering if it's the same size as the Grohmann number 1. Because the pictures of the Grohmann number 1 make this look smaller. This looks smaller to me. Outdoor, good. Yeah. But yeah, we're at 22:41, so 19 minutes from now we're going to shut it down so that I can go and do stuff to get ready for work tomorrow. I'm being trained on new software that I'm going to have to document. Stuff like that. Hi, good Mike. Hey, man. Okay, Scott. Have a good one, man. Nice to see you. And so everyone say bye to Scott. And everyone say hi to Hike with Mike. Just coming in for the last 18 minutes, eh? Hike or Mike? Mike. Man, Simo's gonna go. I know he's gonna go, and you guys are gonna have a ball, and I'm gonna be like, I wish I was having a ball. Oh, I missed it. Okay, there we go. What I'd like to get is to the point where I don't have to move my hand quite so much. That was better. Still practicing. But yeah, so that's that. Yeah, Hike or Mike. But you know, at least you don't have to show up on time to show up, right? It's good to have you around anyway. You know, it's funny. I have these streams from 9 to 11. I wish I could have them a little earlier so that some of my European friends could be on, but I just can't make it work, you know? It's, I just can't make it work. Maybe when the kid is like 12, which is 6 years from now. By 6 years from now, YouTube will probably have kicked off everyone who's got under 4 million subscribers. It's not funny. Well, it kind of is, actually. It's funny because it might be true. Man, I've got a massive episode coming up all about what I see as YouTube turning into like TV 2.0. So I'm not going to like blow my wad on it here or anything, but man, I'm really, really pissed at YouTube. Okay, so Simo, the number 4 is it's larger than the number 1 then? Okay, it's good to know. Good to know. I think I should go back to singing everyone's name as they come on. I think that worked out well. You know, it's funny. Sometimes I'd like to have like a couple of beer for these live streams, but oh, you guys want to see something really cool? Hold on. Caution, sharp cutting edge. Watch your fingers. This is by Tische Werkzeuge. Tische Werkzeuge. Zeuge. Tische Werkzeuge. That's the name of the company. Obviously German. Mit Weißbüchensohle. So with a white wooden sole. Handschutz, so handmade. Lackiert, so it's lacquered. You know what else it is? So damned pretty. Look at that plane. This is a gentleman's plane, or a gent's plane, which is why it's so small. Gents tools are, you know, that whole thing is sort of historical now, but it used to be that gentlemen, as opposed to just men, right? When it was a real class thing, they would have a small set of gents tools, like gents saws, gents planes and stuff like that, just so that they could do a little bit of woodwork, but without being a carpenter and buying a whole bunch of full-size tools and stuff. Oh, hold on. Simon Fourchette is bigger than yours. Yes, yes, and yours. Yeah, I can't wait to. Here's the thing. I'm gonna break that thing out for the first time probably this summer. I've got a couple of projects coming up to get it to work on, and it's my way of exploring the wooden soled planes, you know, because I've got some metal planes. I want to know what these are about. And the gents plane is the most affordable plane in the Tischler Werkzeuge line, you know, because they've got a whole bunch of like full-on planes, and they're just as expensive as metal soled planes. You know, it's not a really affordable way to go at all. But the gents plane really is. So I'm just going to explore the wooden plane as a, you know, as a tool. See what it's all about. And, you know, because I've got a transitional, right? I've got a transitional here, which I've shown in a video once a long time ago, right? I've got this transitional, but I mean, it needs some work, man. Look, it needs work, but it's actually in really good condition. It doesn't need a lot of work. You know, the iron needs a good sharpening and everything, but it's a pretty nice piece. I was very, very lucky with this. I could practically use it as is. I couldn't quite, but I could practically. So that makes two wooden planes. Opposite ends of the size spectrum, that's for damn sure. And this summer I'd like to get them both into action, you know, see what all the noise is about. Because there are some people who absolutely swear by those sort of continental European style planes. I want to see what we should try the Hangout on Google Plus. I've done that before, LT, and I do agree. I think the thing is, you've got like, you can only have 6 people online, so by default some people would still be stuck in the comments. But if a lot of guys are into that idea, then I think we can do that. I'm not against that idea. The reason I stopped doing them is because there was a little too much sort of weird political stuff going on. Like, you know, you lose control of one of those discussions pretty quickly. And what I try to steer away from is being really political on my channel. Especially when it comes to stuff like, you know, guns. You know, I mean, many of us here own weapons and stuff, but not weapons, own like firearms and stuff. But I try to keep the channel as accessible to everyone as I can. And I found that I was losing control, and like I would go into like a hangout with an agenda and just try to keep it on the short and narrow, but you know, like we can do it. We can try it. If enough of you guys want to do it, say so down below. Once this is over, you know, and we can try to do a hangout maybe next week or the week after. What do you think? If enough people say sure, like if we got like 6 people saying yeah, let's do it, then we can do it. I think that transitional, I don't know what the numbers are on these, but what would that be? A number 8, maybe? Like it's definitely jointer plane length, which is why I wanted it. Would that be an 8? I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, outdoor. I can't wait to try out the hammock. And by the way, wait, what did Sal say? Google Plus. What's that? Yeah, I know. $39 camper. Where have you been, man? Good to see you. You're in, you know, you're just here for the last 8 minutes of my live stream, but of my live stream. But I'm glad to see you, man. I haven't heard from you in a long time. You haven't heard from me in a long time. Remember when we used to do those Google Hangouts? We were just talking about maybe doing one of those next week. If enough people are into it, leave a note down in the comments section, then maybe we'll do one next week. But yeah, for me to do a video on building an AR, I would have to be able to afford the parts. Oh, and I live in Quebec, so just being cleared to build one of those takes many, many hurdles. Take permits many, as anyone who watched a lot of Star Trek movies would remember hearing. Genesis? That's too geeky. Yeah. LT wants to do a blade exchange. 39. I was just talking about how I've very recently, finally gotten into. Let me do that again. Gotten into pocket knives after years of talking about getting one. LT Survival, you know, hooked me up with this one. For a couple of years now, I've wanted to get my hands on a Benchmade 940, and I'm thinking the Benchmade 940-2 because it's a little more affordable and because I don't have a problem with G10. But yeah, so it's something to sort of put on the bucket list. But as a couple of us were mentioning, the rules up here are changing on what you can import in terms of folding knives, so I don't know if I'm ever going to get my hands on one. Aside from that, what else can I bring you up to speed on? I was talking about axes. I'm building this puukko for my daughter. Your BIL. Oh, that's a brother-in-law outdoor. You know, it's funny. Since we're on firearms, there are 2. I don't know if I've mentioned this. I think I might have. Stop me if I've already said this. There are 2 rifles that I want to complete my, because I've currently got two. I've got a 22 that's terrible. It's a Remington 547, 574. You know, the one that with the plastic stock. They sell one that's in pink camo and one that's blah blah blah. It's a terrible gun. I've got a Winchester Model 70. As you guys know, I've talked about it a lot. What I want is a fully non-sporterized original. Yeah, I mentioned this. Lee Enfield. And a nice lever in 30-30. I think I want a Henry. I've had this discussion with Yeagerheim Farms. He's got, you know, a lot of experience with various firearms, and he says of the levers, the Henrys are the way to go these days. Ron, 39 man, I don't know, he's just not on anymore. Like, he's still really present on Facebook, you know, because he's using Facebook to do his business and stuff. But I don't know, he hasn't put out a YouTube video in a long time. He's always got technical problems, right? He's not great with the computers, and so he keeps going through computers because something breaks and something busts. So I don't know. I wish he'd come back online. I don't have time to, because I used to do a Skype chat with him every morning back when I was still essentially unemployed. But man, I haven't spoken to him in a long time. I miss that guy. You know? Outdoor wants a Remington Nylon 66. Oh, you like it? You like the classics, eh? The Remington I would like is a 700 CDL. That's what I would like. An old one. You know, an old one. But you know, I can't go buying, you know, gun after gun after gun. I don't have context for like 8 guns, and my gun case will only hold, I think, 6 anyway. But yeah, I would love a nice Remington 700 CDL. Really like that firearm. Yeah, 39. He's out of touch, you know. I hit him up on Facebook sometimes, and we still chat there, but I don't know. I don't got it. Outdoor, yeah, you got, yeah, your Swedish Mauser. I'd love to see that thing in person too. But you know. I mean, look, if I won 30 million bucks, I would also have like a Holland and 375 H&H. And I would take a trip to use it on. But, you know. that's some serious money, right? Oh, Simone, man, Outdoor doesn't know how to PM. He's not big on the technology. Not big on the technology. Well, $39. I would love one of those. I haven't done any muzzle loading, but as soon as I saw that, I was like, I have got to. Here's the problem, though. I need a slightly longer length of pull. Is that what it is in English, right? I think I need a slightly shorter one than that particular beautiful piece offers, if I remember correctly. You know, but yeah, especially, man, that bone collector, that's a nice looking piece. I would love to try that one day. Especially because, like, I've never fired a muzzle loader, right? So to me, it's all just theoretical, and wow, it sure looks nice. Like, I don't know what the kick on that thing would be like, you know? Someone wants a Tikka. Good Scandinavian piece. Just taking a look over what everyone's saying. Hey, 39, what, did you bag anything last season? Did you get a deer or something with that piece? I realize I haven't actually checked in on you in a while in terms of, you know, dropping you a line or anything. It's weird because my schedule is completely different than it used to be now that I'm working 9 to 5. Like, I work 9 to 5 and then I'm putting a kid together and my life starts at 8. So, like, all the stuff I used to do, I don't do anymore, you know? That's why I haven't spoken to Ron in so long. But I don't even know if he's even got Skype anymore, you know? I don't know. Oh, it's 11 o'clock. Okay. Good night, folks. As I said, if you guys want us to right? Yeah? Okay, good. If you guys want us to do an actual Google Hangout next week, say so in the comments below, just as I... Yeah, Simon, exactly. Oh, 39 got a buck with his bow. Nice. Yeah, but LT, that's restricted, right? So, but anyways, I'm out of here. Leave a comment in the comment section down below, and maybe we'll do a hangout next week. All right. See you all later.